Today on Mike's Handy Gadgets, we're going to be taking this really thick eye of round roast and turning it into a really tender, juicy, thick eye of round steak that's perfectly medium rare in the middle. And we're going to use our Sous Vide function on our Instant Pot to do it. So let's get started. Now before we can sous vide our eye of round steak here, you can put a little salt on there. Yeah, and you can put a little bit of garlic on there if you want. Now you can use sea salt or kosher salt or whatever kind of salt you have. It'll still work. Just use salt. Give it a good coating. Rub it in there a little bit. Make sure it's coated. And like I said, you can put garlic on there. Put a little more garlic on the bottom. Yeah, that's all you have to do, really. That's done. Okay, got salt and garlic. Now all we got to do is get a bag. Now you can use this regular old ZipLock bag if that's all you have. That'll work. And you go ahead and put that right in there. Put it right in the bag. Just like that. And we'll seal him up when he goes to go in the pot, and we'll get all the air out. Okay, now all we have to do is get our Instant Pot and set it up on sous vide. We'll sous vide our steak, and it'll turn out really good. It's a nice round roast, and we're going to turn it into a nice round steak here. Eye of round steak, that should be good. Okay, we're going to be doing this together, so let's get started. Okay, we take the Instant Pot lid off. And now all we have to do is fill the pot with water. Okay, we put our pot of water in here. Get ready to sous vide. And now all we have to do is add our eye of round roast here. That we're definitely going to turn into a beautiful steak. It's in the ZipLock bag. We just put it in the water, submerge it in there, and it should take all the air out. And we have a straw here to get rid of the air, right there. And you just simply squeeze it out a little bit, let the water displace the air, seal it up, and when you're ready, just pull the straw out and seal it up. That's it, right there. You're done. See it? All the air is out. And there you go. Now we'll just put that in there, just like that. And we'll put our lid on. And make sure it's not set to pressurize. Open that. And now all we have to do is set our pot. Yeah, now all we have to do is set our pot to sous vide. And we had it last time on sous vide, I think 24 hours. So we're going to go all the way up to 30 hours. Yep. Right there. 30 hours. And 132 we had it set last time. I'm going to take it up to 134, because 130 to 134 is medium rare. So that's what we want. And just hit start. And there you go. 30 hours. Okay, for you it'll be just like this. But for me, I'll see you in 30 hours. Wow. Okay, it's done preheating, and it went and set it for 30 hours at 134 degrees. And I'll bring you back when it's just about done. Okay, our sous vide eye around steak is done. Now let's take a look at it together, and hopefully it's as tender and as juicy as we hope it to be. That sounds good. Okay, let's open up the Instant Pot here and take a look at our eye of round roast steak. There you go. Oh yeah. That looks pretty good. Look at all the juices in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to save them and make that into like an Au Jus. That'd be good. Alright, it looks good. Now we'll plate that up here and we'll pat it dry and then we'll sear him up in our cast iron skillet. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, let's see if we can open the bag up here and get some of the juices out. Let's do that. Alright. Well, I think we'll put it in this pitcher. I think we'll be alright. Let's see how we do. Okay. There you go. That'll make a good Au Jus. We can do that. Yep. And now let's get our eye of the round out. Okay, let's just cut the bag. Alright, let me put a little glove on here and we'll get rid of the leftovers there, and we'll just go ahead and pat that dry, and we'll season it, and we'll sear him up, and everything will be good. Okay, we pat the roast dry, so everything's good. Now all we have to do is I'm going to spritz that with a little bit of oil, just a little bit, and we're going to rub that around a little. Okay, and now we're going to just put a little bit of salt on, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, and we might put a little bit of onion on. Yeah, that'll make it taste good. Now let's do the other side. We'll put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, and some onion. Yep, okay. Just roll that around a little bit in our little spices we got here. Okay, now all we have to do is get our cast iron skillet ready and sear that up good and make a nice crust on there, and hopefully it's really tender and juicy in there after 30 hours of sous vide at 134. Yep, 134 degrees. So we're gonna shoot for maybe 134, 135-ish, right around there, because we want it medium rare. Okay, let's get to that. We're gonna set our burner to medium high and get our pan nice and hot, and we'll add some oil to the pan. Put a little oil in the pan. Make sure it gets nice and hot so we can sear our eye of the round steak. Okay, let's put our eye of the round roast steak right in there. Now it's going to be hot, so, and just let her sit there nice and hot. That's good. We'll get a good sear on there and a nice crust. That'll make it taste real good. And afterwards we'll make maybe an Au Jus out of our drippings from the meat. That sounds good. Well, because it is round, we got to rotate it on top of the sides there a little bit. Let's see, I wonder how we're doing here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's got a char on there. Alright, let's flip it over. Okay, let's get the top. Yeah, nothing beats a cast iron skillet for this. Because it is round, so we gotta move it around a little bit to get all the sides. Okay, let's see if we can get the side a little bit. Looking better. Looking pretty good. Getting there. Okay, let's push down on this end a little bit. Yeah, it's getting a little crusty on there, but that's got the little fat right there, so very little. Yeah, you gotta make sure you get your sides. Okay, let's see if we can get our top here. Get a little crisp on that end, that'd be good. Get all the edges. That's what makes it taste really good, when you sear it good. Now you can sear it in a cast iron pan, it works really good. But if you had like a barbecue grill or something, you could flame sear it pretty quickly. This is where you gotta take your time and do a good searing. Makes everything taste really good. Okay, that's pretty close to being done there. Okay, let's use our meat thermometer and get a reading on this. Let's see how we are. Okay. Right about there in the middle at 34, 35, 36. Okay, that's pretty good. Hope you can see that. Yep, 136, 137. Alright, we got to get that baby out of there and let it rest. Alright. Let's get him out of there. And we'll put him over here and let him rest. Okay, while that's resting our eye of the round steak, we can make an Au Jus. Remember the juices from the meat, from the Sous Vide? Here it is. We can use those and make a nice Au Jus for our steak. Okay, we're going to reduce that down some. Get all them flavor bits off the bottom there. Okay, it reduced down a little bit there, pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use about a quarter cup of red wine, drinking wine, not cooking wine. We're going to put that in there. Stir that around. And with all that flavor in there and everything from the charring and the seasoning and everything, that makes a really good Au Jus. And that ought to be good. Now all we have to do is slice up our eye roast steak and have a taste of that. Man, I hope that's really tasty and juicy and medium rare in the middle. That'd be good. So let's get to it. Okay, let's slice that up a little bit and see how it is. Oh yeah, you see that? How pink that is? That is really good. Yep, really good. Now you can slice this into steaks if you want. I'm going to do like a couple steaks. And that's really good. I can tell it's nice and moist and pink all the way around. Yep. All right. Let me show you. I got to show you a piece. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Can you see how moist that is? And look at that crust. It's perfect all the way around. All the way around. Really nice. Really good. Yep, okay. That's pink all the way to the edge. Can you see that? Hope you can see that. Alright, man, is this, you ought to smell this. It's really tasty smelling. Okay, I'm going to have a little piece of that right there. Right there. Oh yeah, you see that? And the crust? I hope you can see that. Let's have a little taste. Oh yeah. Oh, is that tender? Oh, you got to try this sous vide method. The 30 hour must be the sweet spot because I got to show you. That is so tender that you can pull it apart. See it? And look how juicy that is. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot our Au Jus. Can you believe that? Okay, let's try a piece of that. Here's a piece. We're going to dip it in there. Oh, it's like heaven. Man, is that tasty. Well, guys, here it is. We did it again. Hey, beautiful. I have the round roast that we turned into like a steak, and it is really pretty. You should see that up close. And the juice is, everything's so moist. You can't beat that right there. Look at that. Man, you can make some sandwiches out of this one. Yep. It's pretty. Okay, there we go. There you have it, guys. A really thick eye of the round roast. And we turn it into a tender, juicy eye of the round steak. Perfectly medium rare in the middle. Well, it's a little more on the medium side. But it's very good and moist and tender. And then we charred it up real good, and it's really good. Now you know. I just had a glass of wine sitting here. And I don't know where that is now. There's something going on in this kitchen. That sounds normal.